Hi, my name is Deja Witcher, and I chose to do my presentation on Nike. Nike wasn't always called Nike. It was originally under the name of Blue Ribbon, founded by Phil Knight, who was a distance runner under his coach, Bill Bowerman. He wanted to improve his athletic abilities, so he decided to reach out to manufacturing companies in Japan to see if they could help him with finding a better shoe. When this fell through, he then bought the shoes that Japan was making, and he brought them back to the United States and decided to resell them as his shoe, I guess, or just a lighter shoe to his fellow athletes. And then he went to sell them to his coach, Bill Bowerman, but Bill was like, I don't want to buy these from you, but I will help you sell them. And they made an impressively good sales amount of $20,000. When they made this, they were then able to make their own shoe. We'll start to rebrand their own shoe. And once this was successful, they sold it to Steve P., who was a person who set 7 American records for running with their Nike Air technology that they had just developed. And this strengthened their whole entire brand. So in 1980, they then went public with the shoe that they had just put out there with Steve P., and that had went big. So once they did this in 1982, they became the #1 supplier for athletic and training shoes in America. In 1985, they started to design shoes for athletes. One of them was Michael Jordan, and once the shoe went out for Michael and he was wearing them when he was playing the games for the NBA, this made sales skyrocket. So in 1996, they decided to then reach out to Tiger Woods, and Tiger Woods went under contract with them for $5 million per year, which was really good for this company. So in 2012, Nike became the most profitable and recognizable company on the planet because they had an annual revenue of $24 billion, which is more than enough money to really get out there and get the ball rolling with these sales. The strengths of this company would be the strong global brand, which we all know is Nike, the swoosh. That's Nike. The partnership with Michael Jordan, which strengthened the heights of the company, which put them out there with a lot of different athletes, which got a lot of different athletes involved in the brand, which is where most of their money comes from today. The low-cost manufacturing, because they have companies in Vietnam, Indonesia, China, the manufacturing rate goes from 25 to 43% lower than the manufacturing prices in America. As well as the strong research and development on the teams that they have to brand these shoes. They have coaches, trainers, athletes. They have them all in there trying to help improve the shoe, because these people are the people that know what you need to enhance your athletic abilities on the field, on the court, anywhere that you need to be, and the shoes you need to wear on your feet. These people are the people that you need, and that's what Nike has. The weaknesses of these companies is the poor labor practices. Like I said, they're in China, Vietnam, Indonesia, so their working conditions are much lower. They don't really pay attention to their staff as much, so this can cause a lot of safety hazards and weaknesses. They also have low wages for these workers. What we make in America, their minimum wage is much lower over there because money isn't as advanced, I guess you could say, and the prices of the Nike products is much higher. You can go on the website and it's literally $40 to $50 for a t-shirt that you can go to Marshall's and buy for $25. So they could improve on that. That's a weakness that I think Nike should improve on. The opportunities, it's emerging in China, which makes sales in China went up 9% in the 2014 year, and is continuing to appeal to the Chinese customers and the preferences as they have higher growth rates. Nike is always on the forefront of new technology and the next big things, which comes into play for the innovative products. and they have more global revenue because they have manufacturing in so many different countries. The threats would be competition, such as Under Armour, Adidas, Puma. Like, all of these are really great brands for athletes who think Nike is probably overpriced or something. They can go to these other brands and maybe find a shoe or some Nike fit gear that would help them improve their athletic abilities, but they wouldn't have to pay the price. So in order for Nike to stay on top, they have to always be coming out with the next best thing and try and help stay in the preferences of what the people really want. They also have currency challenges. As I said before, the profit that we make here isn't the same as the profit that's made in other places. While China did have 9% of the sales revenue, the money that's over there isn't the same as what's in America. As well as the imitation. Like I said, you can go to Marshall's and literally find the product that Nike's selling for much cheaper, which isn't going to help the Nike brand because it's another store that's selling their product for much cheaper instead of at the price that they set. So it's like cutting, say for instance, you go on a Nike website and the price of a shirt is $60, but you go to Marshall's and it's $20. You just lost like a $30 profit. So that doesn't really help the company in sales and helping to bring more revenue in, which is something that needs to be improved and kind of limited. In conclusion, Nike remains the dominant company in the global market. As we know today, we would choose Nike over anything else in a heartbeat. I know I would. The strengths and weaknesses, well, the strengths and opportunities outweigh the threats and the weaknesses of the company, so that's a really good plus. They don't really have much to worry about. They just have minor fixes here and there. And they continue to strive even after the controversy with Colin Kaepernick being the face of Nike currently. So with Colin Kaepernick being the new face of Nike, people would think like, oh, sales are going to go down, or people are like burning their things, but they've already brought the Nike product, so this doesn't hurt anything. Sales have went up 31% since he became the face, so I do think that Nike knows what they're doing, and they've stepped up, and they're getting the sales out there, they're making the money that they need, and they're still helping to improve the athletic abilities of many people all over today. That concludes my presentation, and thank you for watching.